They met here on the opening Thursday of 2015, and they're at it again here. The Steelers and Pats are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert. 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Roethlisberger keeps it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Brady now on first down. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, Brady. And this one is incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that, look,
scratch your head a little bit.
Scratch your head. We're chuckling about the whole thing. Let's see how fired up he gets about it, though, because you know he likes to atone for his errors.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And some room to run now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. So if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Quarter. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Show that bench release and go.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Let's go. 4 down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Danny Shelton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
These two.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Hightower in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run it with Bell. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Brady going to throw. Allen has it, left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Kevin Dodd in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Take 2 of them.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down at the 34. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
20! Wait, 20!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down.
Roethlisberger will throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brady now on 1st down. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. On play action, now Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Brady to Gronkowski, cover athlete to cover athlete for a Patriot 1st down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go!
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. That was close to a big play and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
To throw, it's Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A screen to Bell. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Takes both of them.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59.
Here's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
These two.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 30 yards there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Patriots have it.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
4 down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Danny Shelton with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going deep and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot first down. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. His throw incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now Brady finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's third down. Brady to throw again. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Brady going to throw. And able to find Dorsett. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. On first down, Brady. Complete to Dorsett. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Again, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. Man open left side is Brown. He got 29 yards that time. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. This is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one that we're seeing right now. They're ahead.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 37.
Hey, Alabama.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to – that's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski, 47 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
22, 44.
On second down, Roethlisberger flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Snickers! Snickers!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll escape to his... And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Kevin Dodd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Brady now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's Roethlisberger setting up the screen for West. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Take 2 of them.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Snickers, you gotta spin. 50.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Focus.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kevin Dodd in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady. 2nd all-time in 4th-quarter comebacks.
And even though he's 2nd all-time, it feels like 1st in all the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball in this situation.
23 yards on the play. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got Cordero Patterson. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hogan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll look to throw. Rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. Brady to Gronkowski for the Patriot first down. In possession for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. A good pickup there at 22. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Brady to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The Patriots, of course, famously had a 2-point conversion go against them in the Super Bowl, and now they'll try one here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Pats, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.